Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. We're going to talk about Bitcoin pricing, but before we actually do that, if you want to join me on my daily stream, check out the link in my description and in the comments below. I'm streaming on my backup channel, Good Free Photos channel. I also have a new channel, Crypto Daily Updates, and that's also going to be in the comments and the description. And that's all the day's crypto news summarized in one 5 or 10 minute video. So check that out. So now let's go on to Bitcoin price. Bitcoin price has fallen a little bit over the weekend. It's slightly above 6,800 right now. People were saying that is a big resistance point, but we've actually fell below that over the weekend. And now we're kind of fighting over that area. It's been as low as 6,700. So where is Bitcoin going next? Well, there's the halving theory that the halving will actually push it up. And that is still a valid theory, that, in my opinion. But however, if you look at Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin XV, they didn't actually go up that much about a month before they're having. They peaked about a month before, and then they didn't really go up that much afterwards. So I'm almost assuming the same kind of behavior for Bitcoin. And if that's true, we're probably going to dump a little bit, at least some after Bitcoin halving. So I don't expect a giant spike up right after the halving because that might actually not influence prices much at that moment. Now, I do believe prices will go up starting about 2 or 3 months after the halving, because then I think the pandemic scare will mostly be over by then. And if you look at the last halving, that's essentially what happened. About 2 or 3 months after the halving, it actually started going up. But besides that, right now I still do see a going down for Bitcoin because people said 6,800 was a support, and we've actually breached that support, which means that the support reform is probably going to be fairly weak. And I don't really know where the next support is. There are many analysts calling for a drop to about 5,000, or that's the next level. I do think there's levels at 6,500 and 6,000 that need to be broken first, but they could actually be broken fairly easily. If we go up, I think if we go down another 500-600 points, that will force many of the longs to liquidate, maybe at BitMEX, maybe at Bitfinex. And once those longs start liquidating, it'll push us down even further. So I think a drop to the 5,000 level is definitely possible in the cards for the next 3 or 4 weeks. We just don't really know when it will actually happen. My guess is that we're still sort of bearish for the immediate future. Maybe like a month after the halving, we can talk about be a bull market again. I do think it does follow stocks a little bit, and that's why it actually dropped over this weekend, because the pre-market for stocks actually fell on Sunday night as well. So, and I do think the stock market has not stopped losing yet, because despite that, I don't know if coronavirus has reached its peak yet, but employment numbers are going to affect it more than coronavirus if you really look at it. I do agree with Jim Cramer on that, and employment numbers definitely have not reached their peak. With so many things closing down, we're probably at above 15 million for real unemployment, and we're probably actually like closer to 20 million, and we're going to continue to bleed jobs throughout April. And I think the earliest open up date is early May. And I think a lot of states are going to stretch it out into mid-May or even late May. Like some of my friends' workplaces have just gotten a notice saying that instead of opening up on May 1st, we're going to change that to May 31st. So think about that. Like if another month and a half of shutdown, that's going to kill a lot of businesses. So the recovery probably will not be V-shaped. It will probably be U-shaped with a larger bottom. I do think it's probably going to be 2 or 3 months before unemployment really starts recovering, and a lot of those mom and pop shops are just going to close, and those jobs are not going to come back. And because those jobs are actually not going to come back, I think we're going to be above 6-7% unemployment for quite a while, maybe like a year or more. So the cryptocurrency market, since people don't have any money to actually invest in it, may actually not come up until we really start recovering. I still do think we are going to start going up about 2 or 3 months after the halving, but that's still a lot of time to play with, and a lot of time it could actually crash. But I think any real crash in crypto is not going to be sustained, because the cryptocurrency market isn't tied to jobless claims as the real market is as much. So I think our recovery will be faster, but I do think we will need a recovery period, and we will actually go down at least a little bit more before we start bouncing back up. So that's my analysis. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.